Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Can We Talk? My name is Andy.
And I'm Andy's wife. The calm one of the family.
Really?
Can you hear I'm Andy's wife?
Come
It's
on.
very calm.
It goes to show how I'm enjoying this conversation. With
Oh
all
my
our
goodness.
listeners
Are you
out
saying
there.
I'm not enjoying?
Well, I don't know what to say, but I'm just saying I'm just so excited to be having this conversation. And thank you to the guys as well out there. We
Yeah.
see your views, we see your comments. Many of you are coming to our inbox. Yeah, please do like, subscribe, and share all these things. We are having such a quality time throughout our journey.
Yeah, and indeed, I know that we are growing as a couple. We are not really sharing the knowledge or the wisdom with people. We are just enjoying ourselves.
yeah.
We are having a time to talk and reflect and discuss issues. And maybe to confess, some of these things we would have encountered them during the day.
Yeah.
And we just say, this has to be talked about.
Precisely. Yeah, you
So
can say
yeah,
that
we are
again.
grateful for such a wonderful platform.
And for
Yeah.
all our viewers out there, so thank you so much, guys. We really, really appreciate you. And to all those that are commenting, we do value your feedback, positive and constructive. We do appreciate it. It's positive and constructive.
Yeah.
Oh, does it make sense?
It does.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it does.
So positive and constructive. Okay.
I was about to explain it, but yeah, it does make
Okay.
sense.
All right. No, that's fine.
Yeah. There's an interesting story that I read, I think a few days back in the Bible, and somehow it just, I just read it like an ordinary verse.
Okay.
But now when we're having a conversation, it came back to my mind. So I had to dig into my archives
Wow.
and talk about something.
Okay.
It's so fascinating that the Word of God has a lot of things that we can learn from. And there are a lot of things that are funny as well. There is someone who used to say, if you're looking for horror, go to the Bible. If you're looking for
wow.
action, go to the Bible. If
Oh,
you're looking
wow.
for a romantic story, go to the Bible.
Wow.
So there is something that is very sneaky, if I can call it that the disciples did at some point.
All right.
So we read in the book of John that Jesus was passing by Samaria, which was a city that had outcasts, if you can call them that.
Yeah.
It's people that were not recognized
By the
by the
Jews.
Pharisees, by the Jews, because they thought they were superior and the other guys were not.
Yeah.
So as Jesus is passing by, he meets a lady. And Jesus starts having a conversation. And anyways, eventually the lady gets saved. But when the disciples come, they are not really seeing what is going on. They are already thinking, Jesus is with a lady.
Yay. Can we talk?
Can we
Jesus?
talk?
Can we talk?
And the Bible says no one had the guts to ask him. No one had the guts.
Yeah.
So were you ever in the 5 years of marriage, did you ever had such a situation where you see me with a guy, but you don't have the guts to ask me, or you know what were your reactions, or you see my messages and I'm talking to a guy, or whether you don't know how to ask me, or you generally say, I trust my wife, I know that she's not really doing anything weird.
Well, I guess to be honest, I'll be the one who I'm quick to say I'm swinging to the side of I'm so trusting to my wives, but there
Yeah.
will be, of course, spaces here and there, like when we go to family weddings or your home by your house, or
Yeah.
not necessarily your relatives,
okay.
but your friends, or
Random.
from your back, wherever you came from, and then you start
Okay.
chatting up with people. I mean, whom you knew from wherever. So
Yeah.
I guess you could then get some uncomfortable feelings here and there to say, okay, who is this? What is this?
Yeah.
Why is there no introduction? Or why is there delayed introduction?
Yeah.
So, but it's rare. But
Okay.
I would have to admit that here and there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's new. You've never told me that.
Well, I didn't think much about it until you asked me now.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Yeah.
very interesting.
Uh-huh.
Because I always thought I'm the one who used to be insecure because I was always on your tail.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was annoying or it was, how you feel when you get something after struggling for so long. Maybe that woman who lost a coin, how she was feeling like,
Okay.
I have to look for this thing. And when she found it, she
You
was
want to treasuring
celebrating.
it,
She
yeah.
wants to treasure it. And then now you see that there are messages, maybe like genuine messages, work messages of friends, just,
Yeah.
I remember there was a time I saw a name in your phone
All right.
and you're generally like someone who appreciates names that friends give to their girlfriends, if I can call it that.
Yeah, okay.
So you would call our maybe, how do I explain it? You would call someone using their pet name based on what their boyfriend calls
Yes,
them.
yes, precisely.
And I never
yes.
understood
Yeah.
that. There was some honey what
Yes,
in
that's
your
how-
phone.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
There was some. I was like, what's happening to this guy? What is it?
Yeah.
And you were not getting it.
I genuinely couldn't get it because like, oh yeah, this is how so and so addresses that person. So that's how they were saved. So I won't call out
and-
somebody called Sugar Sugar. I'm sure.
Yeah, so that is where honey was coming
Yeah.
I didn't want to call the name.
Yeah, so-
But anyways, so I think my thinking was, how come I'm not really getting all those sugary
Names,
names?
yeah.
I'm only getting bae,
Yeah.
Like, can I not be called something?
Uh-huh.
They were my angels, my, I'm like, what?
But this is the names that I had picked up, from So that was a friend of mine, and you've met the brother, so yeah.
You don't really have to explain. I'm just talking about what happened in the past.
Yeah.
And I'm explaining how back then, first few years of our marriage, well, if I say first few years, feels like I'm talking about the 5 years, but maybe the first year and half of the second year, I used to get so insecure.
Oh, really?
Even, yeah, for real. Even with some of the messages that were coming in, I remember at some point, I would wait for you. I would wait for you to sleep and then, pretend to be doing something with your phone so that don't say yo, because
The truth comes out.
No, Baumek, I don't do that. I used to tell you though. I used to tell you. But anyways, I would.
Ding.
Can we talk?
Yeah.
So you go through your phone and then you find some it was conversations, like nothing serious, honestly.
Yeah.
I'll be lying if I said I found something really strange.
Yeah.
But I think what would affect me was, oh my God, what are they talking about? Why does he have more ladies than men? I remember asking you that. I'm like, why are you talking to ladies?
Yeah.
Don't you have male friends? But then one thing that I've learned over the years is that such behavior affects you.
Okay.
You are always living on the edge. You are no longer enjoying the marriage. You are affected. You are thinking, he's at work, he's late, he's probably talking to that lady that sent him a message.
Yeah.
I had to learn to take it easy. And now I, Mrs. Edge,
And his
Bay
wife.
and his wife, am clean from checking your phone.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I get, for me, I was the exact opposite.
Yeah.
I'm one who, there's a word that I heard recently, differently though,
Yeah.
about boundaries. And so it's your, it's your phone. I don't need a court. I know in our country, I think there's a court ruling that came out to say, you're not supposed to touch or not to touch other people's
to
phones,
open
whatever.
your spouse's phone.
Yeah. So I don't need I think I myself would respect
Yeah.
personal space where you'd say, let you have your one thing.
Yeah.
So if it's going to be your phone, let me just have your phone. Yeah, give
Yeah,
you that
my space.
your space. So
And it would worry me a lot because I think I was expecting you to give that same energy back, like maybe check my phone as well so that I feel good that we are both doing it. And you never.
No.
I guess that is how I got to learn how to respect your boundary as well. I haven't checked your phone in so many years and I'm not shivering.
Wow.
I don't even have withdrawal symptoms. But it used to be toxic. It used to affect me as well. And I think it has to do with upbringing as well.
Okay.
Because at home, we never used to have boundaries. Like I could go into my mom's bedroom at any time. She could go into my room at any time without even knocking and without even doing anything.
Right.
She would, check for anything in my room without even doing anything. So I never grew up in an environment where this is my room, don't even, you have to knock before you. There was nothing like that. My mom would tell you to leave her house and build your own room.
So typical African parents.
Yeah. So I guess I grew up from such, and I was expecting that, or even in marriage, there are no boundaries. Like, he's now my husband. We are one. So I can go through his phone. I can do anything that I want. Why should we set boundaries? But I appreciated that with me, it wasn't really, it was toxic because it wasn't really using your phone to call someone, using your phone to, but it was to look for the monkey, to look for something.
Yeah, he who goes up a mountain looking for a monkey.
You'll find it.
You'll find it.
Indeed, you will find it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but let me be very quick to say as well that in as much as there could be personal space, generally when you're married or in such a relationship, you've got to be open. So, I know that I have the right to go through your phone. I just choose not to. So let me have that disclaimer to say, you can go through my phone. Even if you don't, at least you can.
Yeah.
You've got my passwords to my email accounts, to my social media accounts, the PIN number to my bank card.
I do. Ladies, learn from me. Have the PIN number.
So whether you use it or you don't, then that becomes another thing. So I'm not sure how others do it out there.
Yeah.
So hit us in the comments. Do you have be subscribed to something called personal space when you're married?
Yeah.
And if so, where are the boundaries? What do you do? What do you not do?
Yeah. So talking about in having personal space, what do you think about micromanaging or dictating each other's times?
Right.
Because I think there's a fine line between micromanaging and love.
Right.
You get my point?
Yeah.
Where you're trying to express love and you're calling just to find out where they are and say, can you come back home? Or when they go elsewhere or where they go out with their friends, you're now shivering. You're thinking, oh my God, where are they coming? When are you coming back? You're supposed. So how do you define micromanaging? What can you say about micromanaging and love?
I think there is, like you say, the fine line. I'm not sure if I'm defining it, but I'll just try and talk from my point of view. I think the attitude shows it all.
Okay.
Like you said, it is a fine line, but you see the reception.
Yeah.
Is there warmth both in the voice and when you get back home? Also, it also depends on context. Once upon a time, you were not working as you were.
Yeah.
You could be bored stiff. We didn't have a baby then. You probably be bored out of your mind. And you are now starting a home and so on. So you can't be too quick to be calling your sister, going back to your mom's and so on. And it doesn't just look right. Well, not that you can't, but you want to be building. And my sisters had gone, outside the country, emigrated, and so on. So I also couldn't have quote and unquote a substitute. They will say, while I'm at work, you can be doing this, can be playing, so interacting with with so and so, but there is one that I know you're doing this, and it just doesn't come right. So that's where there's an element of micromanaging,
Micromanaging.
mistrust, and so on. And I think it drives a wedge. Then no, that loose term that we use, that term we use loosely, was staying there for the children to say,
Yeah.
what then can I do? I'm married to this
Yeah.
person, but then there is no longer that spark. I'm a fun person. I
Yeah.
can't afford to be having tense atmosphere. I would leave. So I think for in our journey, in these 5 weeks to 5 years, or 5 years and 5 weeks, I think
Yeah.
looking back, I think for us, I think it has been good. So even if you're calling, I think I understand, and it's always fun.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Or generally, you're a person who accommodates. Because I remember from what you were describing, there was a season where I was not working. And at some point, I used to feel bad because I'll just come to your workplace and I remember the people that you used to work with would say, give her a baby, she's bored.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I was thinking I'm being sweet, I'm just going to see my husband, but I'm not seeing beyond the whole situation. You're at work and you're reporting to someone, and that someone is probably seeing me every hour, every second. I'm knocking on your, so it wasn't really coming out well. It wasn't really coming out well.
Very true.
But I think I'm not really sure how other couples manage it. But I think it's necessary even to have your own time as an individual, because you can't depend on your husband for your happiness the whole time.
Right.
There are going to be times where he's tired. There are going to be times where he's not going to be able to give you the joy that you're expecting him to give you.
Right.
Or, he's not going to be the same person, not because it's a lifetime thing. You get my point. We go through life and different things happen. Maybe that day you're really tied up,
genuinely.
and you can't give me the same energy.
Right.
So I have to know what exactly how I define fun for myself, not for us as a couple. That is important as well.
Definitely.
But I need to have something that I call fun. If it means I go out with my friends and, have lunch or have supper, whatever it is, or I enjoy reading books. I just read a book on my own, or I enjoy watching TV.
An action movie.
Oh my goodness, and that. And that.
Say yes. May be bound by your words.
That, whatever he said.
Action movie.
A romantic, chick flick, something like that. But it's important to have your own thing, because when you fail to have your own personal thing, you end up making your husband or your spouse a mini god.
Oh,
you get it. Where you generally cannot have fun without them. You generally cannot live without them. You generally cannot do anything without them. So, who are they for them to give you all those things? So find something to do. Find friends. Find, a hobby or something else.
Definitely.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, to a certain extent, I'm tempted to agree with you that there is a need for some alone time kind of thing. But just know that we are good. Some of us will take our alone time when we're fighting or we're having a disagreement. But can we be good to say,
yes,
I've
that's
got
a good one.
pressing deadline?
My goodness, you're throwing punches these days.
So,
who is feeding you?
Wow. Start going through my phone. So I genuinely have a deadline. Can I please work on this over the next night or 2 or 3? I've got a pitch that I'd like to make. And so if I'm away, I'm here, but I'm seemingly absent, well, good. I'm pushing on this. Or if I'm tired, genuinely, it's taxing. It's been a taxing day. It's been a taxing week. It's been a taxing month. You just want to take a moment to catch your breath, to say, can I have an early night? Or, and things like that. It definitely is important. You come rejuvenated. You come thinking differently as well. And then when you come back, I think one of my personal struggles, though, It's a terrible confession. Terrible confession.
It's a safe space, my son.
It was being apart. You know, the first time we were apart was after 3 years. So for 3 years, we've been together.
Yeah,
we've slept under the same roof
Yeah.
for 3 years nonstop. And when you took a baby.
Oh my goodness. How did you survive there? How many days was it? 4?
It was a week. It was a week.
Oh, it was
we
a
went
week.
in on
Oh
Sunday
my
evening and came out
goodness.
on Friday.
Oh, a
Yeah.
full week.
Yeah,
How
a
did you
full week.
survive?
I don't know.
And
up till
I
now.
didn't even have Wi-Fi. It was only for it was for WhatsApp.
For
So
WhatsApp, yeah,
we were chatting, but it wasn't really
Yeah.
the same.
It definitely wasn't the same. So that was one of the. So for 3 years, we had never slept apart.
We had
It
never.
was,
That was something.
yeah.
Why did you remind me? I'm not crying. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah. So would you survive as working in separate towns or one having to go to another country for a season?
I pay
Yeah.
and his wife.
Yeah.
Do not think
Yeah.
I would survive. I don't think personally.
Yeah.
This is my
Yeah.
I don't think I would. Honestly, I feel like I would struggle and I don't want to get used to it.
Oh.
Like I really don't. think I enjoy just seeing you around, whether
Yeah.
I'm talking to
Do
you or
what?
not.
But at least
but
I'm.
you must be,
Yeah.
moving around. Just like what you say
Yeah.
about the baby.
Baby, yes. Okay, I get you. I totally get you.
I think I would rather we get bored together. Something.
Okay.
Call me crazy, but I don't think I would, unless if it's defined. It's not 3 years of not knowing when he's coming back,
Okay, all right.
or hey, 3 years is a lot. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
So you wouldn't. So
No.
I'd like to have a conversation though with some how they are surviving. You know how because of the economic situation that we're in, those couples or families have been forced to split.
Yeah.
Some remained in the country, some have emigrated when they're fixing the paperwork and so on. And you get England say they are cutting out on spousal thing, they have to do it on their own.
Sure.
And so how do they do it?
Yeah.
How do they keep that spark when they are, time zones apart, for lack of a better expression?
Yeah.
So how they do it. But for us, it's been a good 5-year journey.
Yeah, it has been. I don't think we have spent so much time apart, and we pray we
remain,
continue to be together. If an opportunity comes for us to work together,
No way.
but I'll be in your space and you'll be in mine, and then we choose when we want to have our special times, alone times.
All right.
So we
Okay.
can work together.
I'll take that under advisement. Yeah. But it reminds me of a topic that we had.
Yeah.
Working together in
Yes,
relationships. So I should have asked, how would we work together or would you not? Would you want to work with me? And would you not?
Topic for another day.
A topic for another day,
It's
definitely.
another episode of Can We Talk?